Do you have a good Tupac story from Above the Rim?
Wow. Okay, let me see a good Tupac story. I do.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how good the story is, but I spoke to Tupac a couple of weeks before he passed, and so I spoke to him a few days, then he was shot, and then he lasted a week longer. Mm-hmm. But my interaction with Tupac was a good one. He was very artistic, and he was a mixture of things, as we know. You can tell from his music and his regular behavior. You know a lot about Tupac from that. I would tell you this about Tupac in the movie Above the Rim, mm-hmm. That people might not know is, so during that, he got shot the first time, during that. All that stuff, the rape allegation and claim that came out, and the shooting of him happened during Above the Rim, mm-hmm. right? At the end of it. So at the end, I had the director and the producer come to me and it's like, okay, we're gonna change up the end of this movie. He's been shot, so we think we're gonna do this. We're not sure, but we think we're gonna do this. So they had this entirely different path to take on the film. Mm-hmm. Turns out they found in the crowd a lookalike who looked just like Tupac. So if you look at Above the Rim, at the end of the movie, am I giving away too much right here, Rich? You're supposed to stop people when they're talking to you.
Not at all.
Because you're not the type of cat that's going to stop me from unveiling. Look at you, man. Your eyes look criminal right now. No. Stop it. You're supposed to be slowing me down, bro.
No, this is...
All right.
Yes.
Well, they utilized the lookalike who happened to look a lot like Tupac, was the same stature at the end of the film, and that's how they resolved that. Other story about Tupac, what I gained from Tupac as a professional was I realized the power of the actor from Tupac. There's a scene in the film where it's it's not even a scene, it's a clip where mm-hmm. we just drive up, get out of the car, enter the park, and that's the whole shot. So it's action, we drive, we get out, and walk in, cut. In that process, and we're in separate cars. I'm in my own car, and Tupac is in another car. He has a young lady driving him to the game. So he reaches, back in the days, they used to have knobs.
Sure.
And if you remember the ones without the little thing, so you might slip up.
Yes, right.
So Tupac, we're dating ourselves right now. That's aging us tremendously. Like, I'm talking about a knob in the car.
You have to roll the window up too. Yeah, sure.
They had a roll up window, right.
Yeah, right.
So Tupac grabbed and slipped. So there was a rhythm to it, right? And did it again, and it was like, cut, because he hadn't gotten out of the car. Yeah. So but he said, oh, you guys got to fix this. This ain't working for me. So they said, okay, let's just try it again. I think you'll be able to get it. So second time, same thing happened, right? He pulls the knob.
Yeah. Yes.
He pulls it, same thing happens. Runs out the car, gets out the car, goes to the trailer, stays in the trailer like 2 hours, right? So what did I learn from that? I learned the power of the actor, because they had to come, put another knob on the car. For him, he chilled out, basically smoked weed in the trailer for 2 hours. He had the set smelling like whatever it was going around.
Right?
Yeah, so, but I really did gain that, because it was a real gain. I realized that once they start filming you in a movie, they're pretty much at your whim after that.
Interesting. Yeah. We had Alan Hughes, the director, on last month, because he's also was directing the documentary on Tupac and his mom.
Oh yeah.
And he had a history with Tupac as well that wasn't very I
watched the
rosy.
I saw it. Yeah.
So anyway, he said that if Tupac had lived, he would have rivaled Denzel in terms of Oscars, is what he said, with his acting ability. Now you've worked with both. Obviously, Tupac was in a different state, but that's what he said. He said he had a genius about him, and
that's a fact.
Rivaled.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a fact. I don't know about rivaling Denzel Washington. I mean, not to say that actors don't rival Denzel Washington,
right?
But I wouldn't give him that only because he had more than one career, and I feel like his career in hip hop music would have been something to not allow him to become a great actor in a sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.